Technology, the key to the world at your fingertips.
Technology has been taking over the world in such a short period of time. Fabric stores and companies have been selling non-stop and have been gaining a lot of money, which makes them grow even faster. Cell phones, computers, laptops, tablets, even home appliances are being sold every day in every part of the world. People around the world are willing to buy these trendy luxuries even if they cost a fortune, so they can be up to date. That makes these devices evolve to make marketing. Teenagers are being obsessed with this high technology since they are the key to the world. Nowadays, schools are using high technology as a resource to teach kids and an easier way to teach. But this is true. With all these new ways to teach and learn, it is easier for people to have access to knowledge with this evolved technology.
New ways to teach and learn, get new friends, talk about common topics, and lots more. There is also a downside. Technology also plays a big part in society now and is rapidly growing and advancing. With all the new advances, there is no doubt that there are new tactics to rob, murder, and kidnap people. With cell phone hacks, people can have all the other person's information, from their phone number to their address. It can also generate insecurity in banking transactions and generate risk for sensitive information of companies and people. But people use information that they saw from companies and people in a bad way. In education, technology also has its downsides. People could have access to inappropriate content. This can cause bad communication between students and people. Cyberbullying is caused because teens are having more access to anonymous accounts, and anonymous contact avenues can only lead to trouble. Cyberbullying has become a real problem among young people today. Cell phones create a major distraction for students in the classroom and in their homes. When it comes to making homework and focusing on their study, it only leads to procrastination.
Before we talk about technology, we have to talk about the creation of this teen addiction on social media. Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and lots more make these valuable items the key to social life. Nowadays, these social keys are used to contact friends and to become famous. It is also a better way to communicate with people from all around the world, to learn about new cultures and new people, although it has its disadvantages. It creates a distraction in people, and in some cases it damages to people's self-esteem. People get hacked, stalked, hated, and even kidnapped. Teens are the ones who are spending most of the time on these trendy social media apps. Social media has also changed drastically in the past few years, even faster than it's ever changed before. In February 2004, the Facebook company was created. With Facebook, all the social media trend was created. But not only with Facebook, we can share photos, ideas, videos, and a lot more. We can do this with all the social media we have.
Why is social media so important in our lives? Social media plays a big part in our lives because it's a quick and easy way to connect with friends and loved ones, also family living miles away. It gives them a chance to feel like they are a part of your life without a plane ticket or long-distance phone calls. When it comes to your business, it's important to be as on many social media sites as possible. With social media, you have a better and easier way to communicate with people from other cities or people from other countries. With social media, you can sell products by websites or pages on the internet. Social media helps make your business a big thing and you can gain lots of money. We can know what is happening all around the world. We can know other people from different cultures and you can show your talents like dancing, singing, sports, modeling, and much more.
Technology has been evolving in a unique way in the past few years. In just 10 or 20 years, technology came from being a big, heavy telephone to a smartphone that can't fit in your pocket, and from a fat TV to a skinny smart TV. But the question is, how has the technology evolved in such a short period of time? Well, since the beginning of society, we have been trying to improve what we do every day. And nowadays, since we have a very good incentive as having a multi-touch screen or having a totally flat TV, we are trying even harder to improve all these things, and it is logical since we have been doing this since the beginning of society.
also makes parts of doctors' life. It is easier for them to diagnose sickness to patients. Doctors' operations are also easier with all this technology nowadays. People are trying to create new antidotes to uncommon diseases or even common diseases. With this high medical technology, painful and dangerous operations are easier and less risky to have the risk of any future disease or death. For patients, it's more comfortable the medical consultations. This technology creates more security for people who has a sickness because they know that they are going to be safe with all the medical procedures. Sometimes might not be the safest way to treat a disease.
Celebrities are making social media a lifestyle and a big thing. They are getting bigger and more famous in no time with the help of YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Musical.ly, Snapchat, etc. Celebrities use social media to tell and show their daily life. For some people, their life is interesting, so they want to be famous too. That is one of the reasons why people are using social media, because with social media, getting famous is easier than without it. Social media has an easy access to young people and it's cheaper to post media like a picture, videos, articles, etc. So celebrities find a way to entertain the young audience.
Social media will affect the future in many ways. Social media will affect the future in a bad and in a good way. Sometimes it's hard to predict how social media will make an impact in our lives in the future. Will it be a good or will it be a bad impact? In the future, communication with social media will be easier because it will be easier to connect with people from other countries or people that are not near you. Communication will travel faster from a place to another. This makes that people could know more about what's happening around the world in seconds. Social media will change the way we see the world and the way we respond to it. As we said before, social media is a good way to make people recognize you, so there will be more possibilities of getting people to know you. Social media is a big thing right now, but how will it be in the future?
Technology, especially phones, are used to communicate in many ways. From your friends at school or your boss at work, to people from other countries that are all connected by this way of communication, with your family and friends with no cost at all. But there is a downside to this new way to communicate. People are starting to forget that they have people around them to talk to. Humans are getting so addicted to cell phones that they are forgetting that there are people around them to talk and to communicate. But social media isn't the only problem to these addictions. Two games and these devices are taking away these precious ways to talk face to face. But luckily, for every single problem, there is a solution. Every time you are with a loved one or independent, or if it's your friend or not, gather all of the cell phones, turn them off, and put them away. This way, you'll not be tempted to look at your notifications or your calls, and you will interact more with the person next to you, rather than the person that isn't with you or is far away. In conclusion, these devices have changed the way of doing lots of things, but we still have to learn how to use them in a moderate way. Devices have evolved a lot, and we have been trying to improve them in every single way and finding ways of doing endless things. With all that we said, we can't say that technology is evolving so fast that we cannot see how fast this technology industry is growing.